there's a difference between intent and also interest in traveling and actual traveling. And I think kind of like the willingness to travel and the interest to travel is really high. I think 51% of Singaporeans actually indicated they have been saving money for the past 2 years to actually spend more in the next vacation. And I think a lot of them has also mentioned that they will be willing to actually spend more than usual in their next vacation. So I do think that a surge is coming, but at the same time, we also ask them at this point of time whether they're willing to travel or not. And only 53% of people say they're willing to travel. So that's still pretty low considering that the next 2 months is the year end, right? But the numbers differ across age groups and gender. So younger people are more open to travel right now, while older people are not. Interestingly, males are more open to travel right now than females as well. I'm not exactly sure of the reason, but I think that really kind of informs the travel industry of the type of travel, right, that will come up first versus later on. I think the top two reasons in the survey that we ran when it comes to reasons why people are reluctant to travel now, number one is the fear of contracting the disease, which I think will improve over time, right? To a certain extent where people feel like it's more of an acceptable standard or acceptable level that they're willing to travel. The other one is inconveniences of traveling during COVID itself. People will get used to it as well. And I think with the turn of the year next year, I think we will see people increase in terms of their willingness to travel to all these countries. But at the same time, I think what the travel industry should really understand is that travel is not going to be a binary thing where people just start to travel across every age group, across every generation, across every type of holiday or type of vacation. I think what we have seen in our results is that travel intent actually differs a lot across life stages. Right. So young people, the Gen Z, the millennials, they're much more willing to travel even right now. While people with family holidays, these are things that people are still reluctant to do at this point of time. So I think what the travel industry needs to know is to take that to heart, right? Because travel will reopen in phases. And the phases will align very much to the type of travel and vacations as well. And if it's a case where younger people are willing to travel, then I think hotels as well as travel agencies and all those to take that into account in terms of the kind of marketing that they want to do, or they should do in terms of driving travel within where the demand is. But I think it's a matter of time where things will completely open up. And I think the people within or the stakeholders within the travel industry that moves the fastest, right, to adapt to these changes are the ones that will win the most, because I don't think that travel will go back to the previous days before COVID. It will most certainly change. It will come back. So the important thing is to understand the differences. And I think we need to answer the right questions when it comes to what are the opportunities for travel right now and how should we do it, right? Rather than just waiting for people to be fully confident to travel without the concern of COVID, because I don't think it will happen in the foreseeable future. I'm also pretty skeptical about whether it will happen ever, right? Because I think COVID-19 will always forever be embedded into how we view things and how we travel as well.